You're watching Kenosha Community Media.
Well, pay Jason for me.
Either he wants to say something or eat something, one of the two.
Take the opportunity to put our musical interest.
Acting, dancing, and now singing a Grammy winner.
Those movies, and particularly Night Shift and Gung Ho.
Really? Never knew that. Welcome to Just Talking. We have a great show for you today. Actually, we are also logged in as this year's an award-winning show. So we went to Wisconsin Community Media up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and for the first time we were awarded of excellence. So I want to thank also the crew that has helped me out throughout the years, and also the viewing audience. So it was an honor, and it was a great organization for Wisconsin Community Media. Tonight's a great night. Why? Because it's our annual highlighting of the Miss Kenosha 2018, and she is here in the studio. But before we go to her, we're going to see some a recap of that glorious night at St. Joseph's and Catholic Academy, where they had the pageant. So let's roll the highlights of the Miss Kenosha 2018.
Butterflies every summer. I'm Meredith Wenta. My platform is rooted in STEM, and last month I climbed a volcano. My name is Gina Trucrosi. My platform is anti-bullying, and I'm known for my smile. My name is Maria Salerno. My platform is disability acceptance and inclusion, and 3 days ago I returned from a business study tour abroad in Gothenburg, Sweden. My name is Anne-Marie Ryan. My platform is Be Confidently You, and I performed in over 20 shows on this very stage. We hope you enjoy your evening. We have now reached the point where we will announce the new Miss Kenosha and her runner-up. Here we go. Tonight's first runner-up will receive a $6,000 scholarship per year to Carthage College, a $500 tuition voucher to Gateway Technical College, and a $1,500 scholarship to the school of her choice. And the first runner-up of the 2018 Miss Kenosha Scholarship Pageant is contestant number 5, Anne-Marie Ryan. The new Miss Kenosha will be the lucky recipient of an $8,500 scholarship per year to Carthage College, a $1,000 tuition voucher to Gateway Technical College, and a $3,500 scholarship to the school of her choice. She is about to embark on a lifetime of memories and one amazing year. Your 2018 Miss Kenosha is contestant number 4, Maria Salerno.
Let's give another round of applause for in the studio tonight, Maria Salerno, Miss Kenosha. I'm jumping ahead.
Soon.
Maybe soon, but Miss Kenosha 2018.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, and congratulations on your award.
Oh, thank you.
That's
thank
wonderful.
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, what was going through your mind when they read your name?
You know, it's funny because sometimes when you're a contestant, you practice your emotions, what they're going to say or how you're going to react when they announce your name and when they announce you're the winner. And that was raw emotion. I had absolutely no idea. Oh, yeah. I made that big face.
Yeah.
And I was just over the moon and overjoyed. And I think I still can't believe it. It's like I haven't woken up. I've been in a dream since.
Well,
so
well deserved. Well deserved.
Thank you.
And you also won the Miss Congeniality Award, which is an honor.
Yes.
Those who don't know about the Miss Congeniality, what is the Miss Congeniality
The
Award?
Miss Congeniality Award is voted on by the contestants, and it is a representation of somebody who's supportive and kind backstage to everybody, and really affirming that that family that we like to identify with. Us contestants think of ourselves as kind of a family when we're competing. And so the girls voted on that, and it was an honor to have been chosen. So,
I mean, and you can feel the camaraderie, because
Yes.
you didn't just meet them that night. It was weeks of, what leads, first of all, how did you find out about the Miss Kenosha pageant?
Sure. So I actually ran last year. Last year was the first time I ran. And the Miss America organization is one of the leading scholarship providers for women around the nation. And so I really needed scholarship money to stay in school and finish my undergrad. And so I found out about the Miss America organization and the Miss Kenosha pageant, and I decided to run for scholarship money. And I took third runner-up last year. Caitlin, of course, was the winner, and a deserving Miss Kenosha. She absolutely deserved it. And I was really happy with placing and earning the scholarship money that I received, but then I realized that I wanted to do more, and I wanted to really have the chance to develop my platform. It's centered around my older brother who has a disability, and I really wanted that chance to make a difference in the community, so I came back for a second year, and here we are.
And I think that's where the Miss Congeniality kicked in, is that just, you kind of have that bond through with all the other contestants, and everybody at the end, just is glad whoever won is they're supportive of. So.
Absolutely. And two of the girls who ran this year, Caitlin and Meredith, they go to Carthage as well. They ran last year. And the Caitlin and Meredith know each other through a sorority at Carthage, but I am in completely separate majors than they are, and so I never would have had the opportunity to meet them. And we are pretty good friends now as a result of that pageant, which is really cool. And so I still connect with Gina once in a while, and Anne-Marie and I still talk. We actually go to church together. But it's a really great way to meet other inspirational young women around the city and the county. So
Absolutely. Well, we got some more footage to show, which is more of Maria this time around, because there's some segments, different ones, and we'll talk about it after the segment.
Yeah.
We've got physical fitness, we've got the interview, and then we'll wrap it up with the evening gown. So we'll see Maria Salerno in those categories. So let's roll that video.
Contestant number 4, Maria Salerno.
Send me up everything when you want, put it on me.
Contestant number 4, Maria Salerno. How are you? Fantastic. Great. Technology seems to be taking over our everyday lives. What role do you think technology plays in our personal and work worlds?
So when I was in Sweden, I actually was studying business and marketing over there, and one of the companies that we visited, ABB Robotics, obviously specializes in technology. And one of the things they talked about was the involvement of humans and technology and robots, and they range from a scale from no interaction to cooperation and co-integration. And I think the co-integration scale is where we need to be at. Instead of looking at technology as taking over something in our lives, I think we should be looking at it something as we can work with and co-integrate with.
Fantastic, thank you. Contestant number 4, Maria Salerno.
All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely terrific.
Thank you.
So let's kind of recap.
Sure.
Physical fitness. When you hear the news, you got to lift weights. What is involved in the physical fitness area?
So I actually like lifting weights,
Okay.
which is really funny. I play tennis at Carthage right now, and so we have to lift for our team and for conditioning. And so physical fitness has always been something to me that's really important. I've always been kind of a tomboy. I love playing sports. I started off as a softball player. I played basketball, volleyball. I ran track for a little while, and now I'm playing tennis at Carthage.
Oh, wow.
And so I love being in the gym and working on fitness. But one of the things that they told us when we first started with Miss Kenosha meetings was that physical fitness isn't necessarily about your measurements, your height and weight, the size that you wear. It's about how you wear the swimsuit and how you present yourself on stage. It's so much more about confidence and being comfortable in your own skin. And for me, that was a difficult part because I've always struggled with self-image and how comfortable I feel in my own skin. So it was really a great personal journey for me in order to compete in swimsuit and have the confidence to even get up on that stage and put myself out there like that.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, you're going out on stage and did very, very well.
Thank you.
And then it rolled into the interview process, which I believe they could ask you anything and everything. How do you prepare for something like that? Read all the, get on the internet, Google things or magazines? Let's hear how'd you prepare for it?
So I am very active in the news. That question, of course, I was able to answer from my international travel experiences, from my J-term study abroad trip in Sweden. But one of the things that I use to stay up to date on news is I have certain news sources send articles to my inbox every morning. So one of the sources I use is the Skim and then the Morning Brew. And the Morning Brew kind of gives more of a business and financial outlook. So it updates me on stocks and overnight markets and trading, etc. And the Skim is more of like an international policy and politics. So they'll update me on international foreign affairs, domestic affairs, what's happening in the White House, etc. So those are two really great mediums that I love because they come right to me and I don't have to go out and actively search for them. And it's really great information. So that's kind of how I prepare.
Right. International abroad, so is that something you have a lot of interest in? Going to Sweden, you just woke up one day and say, I want to head on out there? Or
something like that.
Right.
Well, I actually took a J-term trip my sophomore year to Japan.
Oh, yeah, that was in the program. Right?
Yeah, and it was through the Japanese government and U.S. government about economic ties between the two countries, and it was a great experience.
And then the last segment was the evening gown, which you look very beautiful in.
Thank you.
How do you? Is there guidelines what you need to select, color, or anything, or just anything in it?
No, yeah, they really say something that you feel confident and comfortable in. And so that's really what you look for. There's no like style requirement or color requirement. Every girl has the option to choose, which I really liked. So.
The biggest part of the program is the platform, and the platform is again anything and what the contestants wants to let the public know about or their passion. And let's hear what you chose as your platform.
Sure. Yeah. So my platform is disability acceptance and inclusion. We added the hashtag See the Gift to the platform for like social media traction, but it centers around my older brother Nick, and he has spastic quadriplegic cerebral palsy. He was born with it, And one of the things growing up that really impacted my life and helped me mature as a young woman was watching his daily struggle. He is cognitively sound, so he can understand everything you're saying, and he actually developed his own method of communication. So he uses eye and head movements to communicate since he can't talk and he can't walk. He's in a wheelchair. And so a lot of times people are afraid to interact with him because they think that cerebral palsy is something that you can contract by touching him, or that he won't understand what you're saying. And so when I started my Miss Kenosha journey, I wanted to set out and change public perception around disabilities and really show people and help them see the gift that somebody with a disability is. I actually wrote my senior thesis on how to be more accepting in the workplace for individuals with disabilities. So it's really something that is a personal journey. Nick is one of my greatest role models, and to say that I wouldn't even be half the person that I am today without him. So he has played such a tremendous role in shaping my life. He's my best friend. So I want people to be able to see that. So that's my platform.
Absolutely, it's a great platform. Let's go around and applause for Nick for just a champion.
For Nick, yeah.
Yeah, and he was at the event too.
Yes, he was. For anybody who attended, he walked across the stage with me. There was a moment where they had an influential male figure in your life, whether it's like a father, uncle, grandparent, or brother. They were able to walk across the stage with you. They showed this slideshow of pictures, and he did it 2 years in a row, and he's been so excited for each opportunity. He just loves the stage. So, yeah.
So terrific. So let's move on to the next video segment. She's very beautiful. She's got a great platform.
Thank you.
And she's got her interview skills. So the final one is the talent portion, which I believe is a pretty big portion of the scoring. So I believe it's your piano player?
Piano,
okay.
correct.
And the piece that you played?
The short name for it is Gypsy Rondo. The full name of it is Rondo Alangris, I believe. It's by Joseph Haydn.
All right. Well, with that, let's hear some great piano playing by Maria Salerno at the Miss Kenosha 2018.
It looks like the stage is set, so please welcome contestant number 4, Maria Salerno. Maria has studied piano for 11 years and has won numerous awards at solo and ensemble competitions for her piano performances. Performing a classical piano piece, please welcome contestant number 10, Maria Salerno.
absolutely wonderful. I mean, it's
Thank
just,
you.
I can't even do chopsticks, and that was just absolutely, it was great.
Oh, thank you so much.
And is that something you just learned over time or in school, or how did that come about, your talent?
Piano as an instrument?
Yeah.
So my grandma and mother played piano, kind of ran in my mom's side of the family, and we had a rule in our house. You had to play one instrument, at least one instrument, and you had to play at least one sport. And so my parents early on started all three of us, so my sister, my little brother, and myself, in piano lessons. And so we had the opportunity to carry it on through 8th grade, so we were started through the family. I chose to continue it throughout high school and into college. I still play when I have free time, of course. My siblings, my sister ended up playing the flute instead, and Alex ended up playing saxophone instead. But that was the rule in the house. You had to play one instrument and a sport. So we kind of had to balance each side of the brain, I guess.
So you're finishing up Carthage now, is that correct?
Correct. I'm graduating a semester early, so my final semester is the upcoming fall. I'll be graduating in December of 2018.
Okay, well, it's just amazing that you have so much talent in music, and then your platform, and then your studies over abroad. Any idea what you may kind of go on in the future with? Or not at this point?
No, not at this point.
After you win a Miss America, I'll ask that question.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we have 2 years left of the Miss
go.
America organization,
Absolutely.
right?
Well, let's talk about that road because it has been done.
It has.
And so let's talk about Miss Wisconsin. So I believe after you were crowned Miss Kenosha that you go on to the Miss Wisconsin pageant.
Correct.
Let's hear all about it. What goes on there?
So it's set up a little bit differently than the Miss Kenosha pageant. There's, I think, 27 contestants from around the state. We had our prep day earlier in April. It was a great day. Every girl got to run through her talent, and we got to meet each other and really start that bond, that close-knit family bond that we were talking about earlier. But the Miss Wisconsin pageant, there's 2 nights of prelim competition. So we'll compete Wednesday night and Thursday night. I'll be competing Wednesday night in swimsuit and onstage question, and Thursday night I'll be competing in talent and evening gown. And then the top 10 contestants from that get to compete on Saturday for the title. Okay. And then the 11th contestant is the People's Choice Award, which Caitlin won last year. So she won the People's Choice Award, which is a huge honor because the community gets to vote for the People's Choice. And so the 11th contestant will also get to compete on Saturday.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking, I want you to win. Okay, I'll go on record with that.
I really want to win too, so we share that.
There we go. So what, if people want to go to the Miss Wisconsin pageant, is there a website or for more information? Let's hear about it.
Yes, the official Miss Wisconsin page, you can Google Miss Wisconsin. And then there is a People's Choice voting link on my Facebook page and my Instagram page. Otherwise, there's a general People's Choice voting link that people can scroll down and find my picture and my name. But if you want the direct link, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and my direct links are in my bios for each of those.
And roughly the date?
June 16th is Saturday, so I'll be competing June 13th and 14th in the prelim nights.
Okay, and is there any upcoming performances or appearances that you'll be doing as Miss Kenosha that we can hear about?
So one of my big things as Miss Kenosha is I had actually developed my own Girl Scout patch centered around my platform. And so a couple of Girl Scout troops already have been earning that. I have a couple more troop visits coming up. So that's something that's really been exciting. And we're having a great conversation about how to be more accepting and inclusive for people with disabilities. And the kids are just great. We've done school visits and Girl Scout visits. And the students are just wonderful. So.
And to get you off into Wisconsin, you got great resources. You got Caitlin, you got Joya, you got Laura. So all them coming together, and I think you as a person will shine as with your talent and everything else that goes with it. So before you part, we did able to give you some party and flowers.
Oh, thank you
so let's
so
give a
much.
round of applause to Miss Kenosha 2018, Maria Salerno. All right, and then so what we've got next is another highlight at the Miss Kenosha pageant is the what do we got here? Vintage Mix, which is the great quartet, and it was there. I believe they're quadruplets that are singing as well. It's a great that they had them on there. So let's roll that video.
He was a famous trumpet man from around Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. Was a champion of his craft. But then his number came up and it was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. They really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand. Because the next other guy went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps out when it was reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a toot-a-yard, a toot. He was an 8 to the bar. But he ran the can't blow a note unless the basic guitar is playing with him. Yeah, he makes the company jump when it was reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He puts the boys to sleep the boogie every night. Wakes them up to set with the early ride. They clap their hands and stamp their feet because they know how he plays. When someone gives him a beat, really breaks it up. Yeah, when it was reveille, he's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. The boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
And thanks, just the program went right on by. I also want to thank Caitlin Ray for Miss Kenosha 2017, who just did a phenomenal job this past year and was at the pageant as well. It just really went well, so I congratulate her on the pageant. And then also Joya Zamora Santarelli, who always does a phenomenal job putting the pageant together and then being all year coordinating things with Miss Kenosha, and she's always done a great job. So thank you, Joya. So we'll be here next week, 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and another a great segment that did a great job is the Milwaukee Bucks Dancers, which was a segment at the Miss Kenosha pageant. They did an awesome job. Again, congratulations on Miss Kenosha 2018. We'll be here next week, 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and we'll roll the Milwaukee Bucks Dancers.
Everyone, please welcome to the stage the Bucks Energy Dancers.
Got you tiptoeing on my marble floor. Tiptoe, 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 tiptoe. Big fat thing overflowing. Skin hot, just couldn't hold it. Way too deep like it's falling. Now you're too bad and you know it. When you drop down, lose focus. When I turn back, that's a bonus. That tank looking appetizing. Backpack full of surprise. If you wanna dock in a fly out. If you wanna lease rent a buy out. If you wanna keep blood swat, show you tip-tongue. Got your left cheek, show 'em up. I'm tiptoeing out the bank, hope you don't speak to me. I'm tiptoeing out the bank, hope you don't speak to me. I'm tiptoeing out the bank, hope you don't speak to me. Hope you don't speak to me. Hope you don't speak to me. My time when you're
Great job, ladies. That was amazing.